this season to start reviewing Christmas movies. Why not? I'm going to start with Bad Santa, which is a 2003 comedy film that, man, maybe in retrospect this wasn't the best Christmas movie for me to start doing this with, but you know what, this movie is so funny that I thought it made sense. Now, the plot of this movie is we see Billy Bob Thornton, who plays this scum of the earth type of a character. I mean, he is an alcoholic. When I say alcoholic, I mean everything that he drinks is alcohol. Like, throughout the day, he's a drunk. His job is to go to these malls, dress up like Santa, and meet kids, talk to them. But he couldn't care less about any of this. He works with Tony Cox, who is a midget, or a dwarf, or a little person. I still don't know what's the PC way of addressing them, or which they prefer. But what they do is they pretend to be Santa and an elf, but really what they do is they go into these malls each and every year and they figure out the plan, the security, and where the safe is, and they rob these places every year. So if it wasn't bad enough that Billy Bob Thornton is this type of a Santa in front of the kids, they rob these places every year. It's like, fuck, how unredeemable can these characters be? And so you see them going to this particular mall, which is run by Bernie Mac. And I just need to mention Bernie Mac because he was great. He was great in the movie. Just the scenes that he had with John Ritter, and they're going back and forth, and John Ritter is so uncomfortable describing what Billy Bob Thornton has been saying or doing in the mall, and Bernie Mac's reaction, his no expression reaction, and really thinking it's not that big of a deal is priceless. It's hilarious. It's some of the funniest moments that I had watching this movie. And I guess rewatching it, I thought, wow, it's pretty sad. I mean, Tony Cox, he used to be a guy who I would see around in almost all of these random comedy films, and I think at that time I was annoyed of him. I was like, oh, this guy again. But I haven't seen him around lately, so going back and seeing this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. And he was pretty good in this movie. I mean, it's the most I've seen him, I think, in the film. And then John Ritter and Bernie Mac, the fact that the both of them are no longer here is pretty depressing because of how great they are in this movie, and obviously in so many other movies that they're in, and how funny that they are. It's just, you go, you know what? It sucks to not have guys like that around for comedy movies. I should also mention the kid. This little kid who is the most awkward and weird type of kid that you'll ever meet. He obviously has good reason because he doesn't really have anyone watching him at home. And his relationship with Billy Bob Thornton, you could say that you can tell where it's going, that you've seen this type of thing before. You know, the fact of him being around this little kid who's this much into Christmas is what gets to his heart. It's what brings him around. Sure, ultimately that's where it goes, but seeing them interact together, it's like Billy Bob talks to him and treats him like shit. And the cursing and just he just does not give a shit. He's clearly using him for his house, trying to stay off of the police radar. It's just, I don't know. And him having this girlfriend played by Lauren Graham, who, she's pretty cute. And the fact that she has this weird obsession, fascination with Santa Claus, and that's why she's fucking him, is like, wow. Is that all it takes? Alright. So yeah, what more could I say about this movie? Especially if you guys have already seen it, then you already know how outrageous it is, how crazy it is. I would say it's definitely a black comedy, so if you are a big Christmas person, or if you're looking for like Christmas movies to watch with kids, this is not the movie to do that with. I could even see if some people said, you know what, it's too much. It's too hardcore. There's one scene when Billy Bob is trying to kill himself. He's sitting in his car with the engine on. And then he has a conversation with the kid who doesn't even realize that that's what he's doing. Some dark shit! But, fuck it. It made me laugh. So, that's really all I could want from this movie. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you've seen Bad Santa. What do you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!